Tonight, a story you'll only see on KREM 2. We speak with the sister of the person killed by a Mead school bus earlier this week. She opens up about the impact it's had on her family.
We're still under a KREM 2 weather impact alert with another round of snow moving into the region tonight.
Heavy snowfall in the mountains, certainly a welcome sign for ski areas in North Idaho. Tonight, we'll show you the conditions at Silver Mountain, which has had a slow start to their season. Two recent local deadly crashes are impacting communities and shedding light on safety concerns for nearby roads and highways. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a pedestrian is dead after being hit by a driver suspected of being impaired along Highway 2. KREM 2's Regan Gallo reports from Airway Heights tonight with what we know at this point.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office tell me they responded around 1 a.m. this morning to a scene in Airway Heights along Highway 2. Now, they say a man called and reported that he may have hit something but couldn't see anything. Shortly after, authorities found a man's body in a ditch nearby.
Court documents show the driver was 22-year-old Robert Bitcon. Authorities found that Bitcon allegedly fell asleep at the wheel and told them he heard a thump. Court officials noted in Bitcon's first appearance in front of a Spokane County commissioner that he reported the incident himself.
So he initiated the call to law enforcement. That's tantamount to turning oneself in. He is clearly evidencing an intent to remain here and to face these charges.
Authorities say Bitcon told them he drank beer, took prescribed methadone, and ate a cannabis edible hours before the incident. A Spokane County commissioner officially charged Bitcon with vehicular homicide with a bail set at $10,000.
Nature of the particular event is concerning in that he presumably voluntarily was intoxicated and then drove and resulted in someone's death.
Court documents also note the victim of the incident has been identified as Donald Bailey. The sheriff's office noted Bailey was walking on the shoulder of the road and not in the travel lane when Bitcon was driving east on Highway 2. Washington State Patrol provided me data on fatal car pedestrian collisions along Highway 2 from South Geiger Boulevard to Reardon. In 2024, there were 6 fatal collisions, and in 2025, that number went down to 3 fatal collisions. Sergeant Riddell with WSP tells me state and local officials have been working to mitigate traffic concerns and serious accidents as the population in that area sees significant growth.
And unfortunately, when bad things like this happen, that really ties in and implements that data, which is driven to make improvements because we want to reduce deaths, not wait for them to happen.
For now, this is still an active investigation. I'm reporting in Airway Heights, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
The family of 20-year-old Ava Allen continues to grieve after Allen was hit by a Mead school district bus while walking in a crosswalk roughly 48 hours ago. As of right now, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office tells KREM 2 there are no new details regarding the case. So here's what we know so far. That crash happened around 5 p.m. on Monday night. The bus driver is on administrative leave, and at this point, SCSO says impairment and speed are not believed to be factors in the crash. KREM 2 spoke exclusively with Allen's sister about what these last few days have been like for their family.
Yesterday was a whole bunch of up and downs. It was the same thing. It was, this is just crazy. Like, this doesn't seem real. And then it would hit me that it's real because, and then I'm just like, I feel so sad.
The medical examiner's office has since updated their report on Allen, saying they died from blunt force trauma and the manner of death was an accident. Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, we'll hear more about what the family is doing to honor Allen's memory. 2 people died in an early morning house fire in Moses Lake today. The Moses Lake Fire Department says it dispatched crews to a home in the Longview Tracks neighborhood at around 2 a.m. The department says it found a home fully engulfed in flames when they arrived on the scene, and firefighters found 2 people in the home who died from the fire. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. All right, let's talk weather. We are under a KREM 2 weather impact alert for increasing amounts of snow up in the mountains. Let's get outside right now to KREM 2's chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, for more on what we can expect. Jeremy?
Mark, Get this, we have a couple of snowflakes coming down here on the South Hill, but not many, just a few. Mountain snow is going to come down much heavier overnight, and our quick round of snow moving through tonight is actually going to amount to a little something. Even reporting some out at the airport with temperatures in the mid-30s. We're above freezing, but this round of snow is likely going to stick a little better than our most recent. Reason being, it's dark. Temperatures are going to cool quickly. If you're below 2,000 feet, or 3,000 feet, you're getting less than 2 inches of snow. Above 3,000 feet, 4 to 9 all said and done. Here's our snow working its way in. It's moving in quite quickly. This is a fast moving little system, so it doesn't last long. It just packs a bit of a punch as it moves through. I think the worst of it holds off until after the evening commute. Then we get that bigger push of moisture and heavier snow, but not until about 8 p.m. It's going to be coming down pretty good. It doesn't have to come down long if it's snowing hard, and that's exactly what happens here. In fact, it snows hard enough that it wins the battle against the warmer temperatures. By tomorrow, we're back to seeing some sunshine. By Friday, we're back near 40 and staying there over the weekend. So this little bout of winter weather these past few days is just that, a little bout, and it's right back to this mild winter we can't seem to shake.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show tonight. Spokane will euthanize one dog who contracted the virus that has shut down the shelter for weeks now. The shelter's executive director, Dory Peck, says it was a 10-year-old dog who had shown signs of improvement, but whose health took a turn for the worse. Because of that, Spokane's vet recommended it needed to be euthanized.
We're fighting so hard to save them all. So when you lose one, it's devastating. That is the only one so far that has been euthanized or has passed away. Everyone else is alive. Some are sicker than others.
This week, the shelter announced they will likely stay closed through the end of this month. They say their cats are in a separate facility and are still up for adoption. The short legislative session is starting in less than a week in Olympia, and they'll be talking about a new redistricting bill. House Majority Leader Joe Fitzgibbon is introducing a bill that would put a measure on the ballot, and if it passes, it would allow for mid-decade redistricting. You might remember earlier this year, President Trump pushed Republican-led states to redraw their congressional maps. He wanted to keep the House's slight GOP majority through this year's midterm elections. Lawmakers in Texas redrew their maps to create 5 more likely Republican districts. Then in California, voters added 5 more likely Democratic districts to cancel out what Texas did. The Washington proposal is similar. Another state would have to act first in order for Washington to make any changes. Hey, our KREM 2 News family has some exciting news to share with you tonight. We are welcoming a new team member coming up this Monday. So join myself and Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for KREM 2 News at 6 on January 12th to meet KREM's new evening anchor. Here's a hint. She's from the area and is excited to be back home. So don't miss out and join us for KREM 2 News at 6 coming up on Monday night. And stay with us. We are just getting started here on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. Power outages, just the latest set of problems impacting Stevens Pass after heavy snowfall. More on that situation coming up at 8 minutes. But first, ski areas in North Idaho certainly welcoming the heavy mountain snowfall with open arms. We'll show you the conditions up at Silver Mountain coming up after the break. And here's what we're looking on for KREM 2 Plus. Coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, our Seattle sister station breaks down the Seattle Seahawks #1 seed. Then at 8, we have a new episode of Killer Cases. To watch these and more, just download our KREM 2 Plus app for your TV and watch for free.